Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, Raid are doing something which I really did not expect to see, and it's something which they've not really done before. They've actually listened to a lot of the feedback, and they're going to change some stuff around Primal Shards, which I'm like, wow. Normally, if they're going to do changes like this, they take their time. Yeah, normally it's literally like this. We will let this bed in for a long time. Yeah, let's take some of the stuff that doesn't really work. We'll let this bed in for a long time and then see if we want to do anything with it. They've come out and they've said Primal Shards are going to change, and I can only imagine it's purely down to analytics. Yeah, and I'm going to go through some stuff with analytics in a minute, which honestly, kind of shocking. It's kind of shocking stuff with Raid Shadow Legends. But yeah, let's just go into some of the stuff that's changed, and then I'll talk you through that stuff. I guess before we do that, we've still got for another 3 minutes additional chance to get newts. We've got a 2 kind of drop legendary thing going on. I didn't buy any packs this time round, so it's just whether we hit double gold or not. I wouldn't mind another newt though, honestly. Go on for the video. Recompose. Anyway, so this is what Primal Shards currently look like in packs, yeah? And you know, I've had people on the channel, I've given my views on it. I've not bought a single pack. I've no intention of buying a single pack when they're priced so egregiously. We're talking the best part of, what's that? I mean, 8? Best part of £7 to £8 per shard. And I imagine it's basically the same in dollars, right? It's an obscene amount considering it's really just an upgraded ancient shard. Yeah, there is a chance to get mythical. I get it, all that sort of stuff. But honestly, if you look at an ancient shard here, you've got 8% chance to get an epic. Primal shard, 16% chance to get an epic. So basically, no, sorry, I'm wrong. It's basically double the chance of an ancient shard to get something cool. And then you get the 0.5% chance of a mythical. So an ancient shard, I'm kind of normally happy in a pack to pay around £1. So, you know, in my head, I was expecting the mythical stuff, the primal shards, to be somewhere close to, honestly, close to void shards. I knew they would pump it a bit because you've got a chance to get a mythical. But void shards here, this is the pack, if I buy a pack for voids, that I would pick up. And it's basically $2.50-ish per void. And I thought mythical or the primal stuff basically should be the same price. And we're talking, it's not close. We're talking like 3 times the amount. Yeah, so it's an obscene amount of money so far. Right, let's get into what they're saying then. So I just want to give you the heads up. We've got some adjustments coming to Primal Shards and Mythical Champion obtainability. So firstly, they're going to change the Mercy system. Can we get to it? Yes. Firstly, they're going to change the Mercy system, which is something which I've called out, loads of people have called out. After the 200 summons, the Mercy then kicked in at 1% per shard. And I said this was just a poor PR move, because they should just make it the same as Voids and Ancients. Because ultimately, I mean, if you're getting up to 200, you're either buying them or you're extremely unlucky. Like, so this is really like a Kraken problem rather than the average person problem. But some people do play the game for a long time. They take forever to get a Void Legendary, and they actually do kick into the Mercy. So you don't want the Mercy to be so disgusting, honestly. What they're saying here is we're going to change the Mercy system. The chance of getting a mythical champion after the 200th, so this is still the same number, will increase from 1% to 10%. This change will go live today, at some point today. I can't say anything other than good. I cannot say, it's still a lot. I get it. You're probably still going to be like, it could be more, it could be better. Of course it could. Yeah, of course it could. But they've basically done what I've said and a bit more. And I have to say, well done. Like, they're listening at least to feedback. So I can't really grumble with it. It's still going to take an obscene amount of time to get them, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. The other thing they're saying here is Primal Shard offers. The balance of Primal Shards in the existing offers will be increased, therefore reducing the cost per shard. So, for example, a pack which contains 5 currently will now contain 7 for the same price. So, I mean, what's that? It's like you're basically nearly getting another half amount again. So this pack here, not saying it's good value, by the way, just giving you the info. This pack here, according to what they're saying, and I guess maybe we'll just see a bit later on today, so where it was 12 for $100, basically saying that's going to be like, what? Or like 16 for $100. Still, for most people that aren't, you know, like whales, they wouldn't be picked up. But it goes in the right direction. Yeah, it goes in the right direction. And maybe these will end up being a bit more like Soul Stones now, where the base price is too high, but when they do the kind of like 50% type of price, suddenly I might pick them up if mythicals are better. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it at the minute. Obviously, you would do whatever you want to do. It's still, as a base, too high a price for me for Primal Shards, for my opinion. But it's moved in the right direction. So what I want to do is just give you some insight in terms of why I think they're making this change. Because this is unusual. To backtrack on pricing stuff, very unusual for Raid. Okay? So I think we're seeing a bunch of stuff going on here. I wasn't going to start here, but may as well. There's some new games on the scene, right? So we've got Dragonair already out and doing some good things, and a really interesting game. I've had a sponsor on it. It's actually a really fun game. Yeah, I'm probably not going to personally be playing it super long term, but it doesn't matter. It's a fun game. Watcher of Realms, I like it enough that I've built a second channel. I did a promo on it. Really loved the game. Now I've got a second channel on it. And actually, a testament to the game, new channels don't generally do well, right? They start hard. And, you know, I've always been wary of starting new channels. But this channel is doing well already. You know, I'm already getting close to between like 6 and 20,000 views per video. And the channel's been out for like 11 days. It's not going to be for everyone. It's a tower defense style of game. But it's almost like take Raid Shadow Legends, put tower defense into it with a bunch of fun mechanics. I think they've done a brilliant job. And that's why I'm covering it on a new channel. But yeah, this has come out visually. Both of those games I've just spoken about knock it out the park, and they compete with Raid, which is the first time we've seen that in a while, like ever in this genre. Okay, so that's something to call out. And then there's another game which is due out, I think it's next month now, King Arthur's Legend, which is another game which has got great visuals, cool champions, different type of feel to the genre again. So there's some genuine like competitors in this space popping up. Okay, if we look at, maybe we'll show this one next then. You know, what does that look like on kind of like Doodle Trends right now? Raid's still the king by a long way. Okay, Raid's still the king. You can see when Watcher of Realms came out, kind of like it started to grab a bit of share. Let's just zoom in a bit here so you can see it. Started to grab a bit of share of this kind of like conversation. And Dragonair had its like launch week last week, and I think they actually did a great job of launching as well, by the way, like in terms of gaining some eyeballs. You can see that it's had a bit of a spike up here. We'll see where these go over time in terms of interest. But I guess the concerning thing for Raid is that since Christmas, it has just been on a downtrend. If you were a trader, you'd be like, I should have sold. Yeah, like literally, this is a continuous downtrend for, you know, basically now the last 9 months, which is the first time I've seen it since I've covered this game in 4 years. Yeah, normally they have kind of like dips. Yeah, they dip, but then they spike again. They haven't really had the kind of spike back. They've had little impetuses of regaining some share of interest, but then quite quick drop-offs. And I think, is this the release of Mythical Champions here? It's either Wukong or the release of Mythical Champions, or the two together. You kind of got this kind of like resurgence here, and then quite a heavy drop-off, which probably goes to show that, you know, this kind of like adding the Mythicals hasn't done its job. And I think that's going to be one of the reasons why Raid are like, we need to do some damage limitation here. Yeah, so if we look at Sensor Tower, yeah, this is where I go to do a lot of analysis myself. And there's a whole bunch of different things where Raid's kind of ranked in terms of mobile stuff, yeah? So you can see here they've been #1 top grossing role-playing game pretty much consistently since I've played the game. Yeah, they make money. They're good at making money. In terms of the top free role-playing game, consistently up there, top 10. As of today, they dropped down to 13. Doesn't sound like it's a big drop, but consistently since I've played this game, they've been top 10. And you can just see slowly ebbing downwards, which is not a great trend. People at Raid will not be happy to see that. Top grossing game overall, still going to be strong, I guess. Yeah, similar level because they still make good money. But the one which I just wanted to call out here, back in August, so this is the last month, back at the start of this month, top free game, and it's always been, before this month, honestly, it's been in the top 200. But you can see here, started off September, number 237, top free game. And then it's kind of like been almost in free fall, honestly, to the point where, as of today, it's now number 500. That's like, for Raid, there would be massive alarm bells at this, yeah? They are going to be having, I would imagine, emergency meetings. What the hell is going on? What do we need to do? How do we turn this round? Like, I would say expect some massive content to drop maybe November. Yeah, if I'm thinking about, if I'm running Raid right now and I'm the CEO or whatever, I'm like, crap, we are losing it, guys. What the hell is going on? How do we compete with these guys? This needs to be turned on. Maybe we meant to turn it on in July next year. It's probably ready to go. Make it happen for November would be my thoughts. Yeah, because all of the other new stuff they've done, honestly, since Doom Tower, the new stuff they've been dropping has not been that well received. Yeah, Hydra, when it came out, was not that well received. It's actually a much better game mode now. But then they dropped Hydra Clash, and it's a joke because of this, these silly teams. In fact, do I have that screenshot? I should show you this one. You know, if things were bad before, this is basically the world record holder, I think, Callus, and he's a hyper Kraken. He does cool stuff with this game. I'm not hating on Callus here. He does cool stuff with this game. He's one of the ones who kind of like built the best finite hard teams. Like, he pushes the boundaries of the game. Okay, so no hatred there, but it shows how insane this team is with a double cadaver. I mean, he's got 137 billion points. I think that's what that is. I think that's what that number is. Yeah, let's just have a look at little old Hell Hades doing one of his best ever keys on Nightmare yesterday. And this is 179 million damage. Like, what do I contribute here? Can I see it? What did I contribute? Like, less than 100th of what Callus has contributed. Is that right? Anyway, whatever it is, it's a joke. So, yeah, Hydra Clash not been going well. And honestly, the new dungeons, I don't think they've been that well received recently. Like, it just doesn't feel like they've been that well received to me. Maybe I'm wrong. But so they need a bit of a home run. They need a bit of a win. And I think the last great thing they did in this game was Doom Tower. And I'm sad they stopped just doing more Doom Tower bosses, more rotations of different bosses with different affinities. Like, this is a great game mode. And it actually is a great game mode whether you're coming in on normal and trying to beat a new challenge, or whether you're kind of like pushing, the hard endgame stuff. So, I don't know. I just feel like that's a great game mode, but some of these other ones they dropped have not been that great. Anyway, I'm kind of digressing a bit. Let's just have a look then. Are they still making good money? Honest answer is yes, they are. So Pixel United made in August 23, they made 82 million from mobile revenue. That's not including anything to do with like Clarion Plays and stuff. Of that though, so this is iOS revenue, I believe. iOS. Oh no, sorry, this is Android revenue, which is always a bit higher than iOS. They made 9 million from Raid. Can't show you any more than that. They made 9 million from Raid, and normally it's a couple of million less from Apple. Okay, so they're still making tons of money. Like, we're talking at least 15 million a month from mobile, and probably something similar to the same again from Clarion Play. Okay, so they're making good money, but this is the lowest I've seen it in probably at least 2 years. So it is a drop off. The downloads are probably about 40% down on what I would normally see from Raid. So that's a worry, I guess. You know, Mech Arena downloads now are kind of king of the world, and I guess monetization is not as harsh in that game. Not played it, so it's not a game that I really know, but just kind of shows like Raid's definitely still the cash cow, but there's just a drop off. Yeah, and if I consider hellhades.com, which is the #1 resource for Raid on the planet, yeah, so we feel if there's a change, big time. And you can see here over the last few months, really, we got the same type of thing, spike and then a real drop off over the last. This is like daily traffic, basically. You can see like the drop off from, I guess, what's that, end of August down to now is real. Yeah, it's a real kind of thing. So you can see that there's just a little bit less playtime in the game. So anyway, long way of saying, I think they had to react. The first reaction is to try and, I guess, stop the Krakens leaving the game. Yeah, that's kind of like the lifeblood in terms of cash coming in. They need to stop that. And then I really think that they've got to do something big around a new feature or improving what they've got already. Because honestly, like new games coming in, it's probably easier to do it because you're coding from scratch. But you know, if I think about Watcher of Realms, the quality of life in that game is a different experience to this game now. Similar sort of stuff with Dragon Air. Yeah, and you know, think about some of the sort of tired game modes which exist. It's just like, don't know. They need to do something big. Anyway, I'm surprised they've done that. It's very cool that they're listening, at least. It's not enough yet, but at least they're kind of moving it in the right direction. Give me your thoughts down below. And if you want to play some Watcher of Realms, come and sub to my other channel as well. I would appreciate your eyeballs on the channel, and I would appreciate your thoughts on the game. Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.